It's time for your weekly dose of all the hot launches, hot news, and of course those exclusive scoops. It's the Autocar India quick news of the week, and what a week it's been. But first, before we get going, if you haven't already, click on that subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest uploads. So let's start with the launches this week, and let's start with Maruti Suzuki. Now the 1.3-litre diesel engine that is featured in most of their cars is going to be discontinued soon because of the upcoming BS6 emission norms and will be replaced by an in-house developed 1.5-litre engine. Now the first car that gets it is the Ciaz, and that has been launched in India. Let's have a look at all those details, what power it makes, and of course the prices. The 1.5-litre diesel engine called the DDIS 225 is a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that makes 95 horsepower and 225 Nm of torque. The ARAI fuel economy figures are rated at 26.82 km per litre, which means it is still the most fuel efficient car in its segment. That said, fuel economy has reduced by 1.27 km per litre as compared to the 1.3-litre motor. Of course, the new 1.5 is BS6 ready and also gets mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox. The Ciaz 1.5 will come in 3 variants: the Delta, priced at 9,97,000 rupees, the Zeta, priced at 11,08,000 rupees, and the Alpha, priced at 11,37,000 rupees ex-showroom Delhi. Prices as compared to the 1.3-litre engine have gone up by 17,000 to 25,000 rupees, so let's see how the Ciaz now stacks up against its competition. Now that engine is going to make its way into a lot of other cars too, but we'll get that news to you as and when that happens. Now last week we talked to you about the 530i, a new variant in the 5 Series lineup for India, and now we know how much it costs. Let's have a look. The BMW 530i M Sport costs 59,20,000 rupees ex-showroom India and is the new range-topping petrol 5 Series. Prior to this, the M Sport trim was offered only on the 530d model. For more details, visit our website autocarindia.com. From 4 wheels to 2 now, let's have a look at all those bike launches that have happened this week. Bajaj has launched a CBS or combined braking system equipped version of the Bajaj Platina with a kickstart at 40,500 rupees ex-showroom Delhi. The 100cc entry-level commuter motorcycle gets the safety tech less than a week before the government's ABS or CBS deadline kicks in on April 1st, 2019. And that's not the only Bajaj news we have for you this week. The 2019 Bajaj Dominar 400 will be launched soon and is expected to be priced at 1,74,000 rupees ex-showroom Delhi, about 11,000 more than the outgoing version. The flagship offering from Bajaj has received quite a substantial update for 2019. This includes an updated double overhead cam motor, which has now taken the power up by 5 horsepower to a total output of 40 horsepower. The motorcycle also has ditched the conventional fork for a more premium upside-down unit. Another change comes in form of that revised instrument cluster, and of course, let's not forget that green paint job. But one of the most talked about launches this week has to be those Royal Enfield twins, the 350 and the 500 trials. Now, of course, we have ridden those bikes and there's a review up on the YouTube channel, so do remember to check it out. But now let's see how much they cost and of course, what's new in these new special editions. Priced at 1,62,000 rupees for the Trial Works Replica 350 and 2,07,000 rupees for the Trial Works Replica 500, these bikes pay homage to Royal Enfield's Trials bikes of yesteryear. On the Bullet Trials 350, the 346cc motor makes 20 horsepower and 28 Nm, while the 500 has a 499cc motor that produces 27.5 bhp and 41.3 Nm of torque. Both engines get a 5-speed gearbox. So that's all the launches done for this week. Let's move on to more general news, and first up, news from Hyundai. Now we spoke about the QXI SUV being teased last week. This week there are more teasers and now it has a name. It's called the Hyundai Venue and it will take on the Maruti Suzuki Vitara Brezza as its new sub-4 meter subcompact SUV offering. The Venue will be showcased in India alongside its global debut at the New York Auto Show on April 17, 2019 and will come jam-packed with features. The SUV will get a sunroof, a large touchscreen, LED daytime running lights, and will come with a new turbocharged petrol 1-litre engine that will come mated to a dual-clutch automatic gearbox. It will also have a naturally aspirated petrol engine and a turbocharged diesel option with a manual gearbox. In other Hyundai news, the E-Plus variant of the Hyundai Creta will soon be replaced by something called the EX, and we won't tell you a lot about it here. For that news, you'll have to go and visit our website autocarindia.com, where we have all the juice and all the info you need. The MG Hector will soon be launched in India, and in yet another exclusive scoop from us, we can now confirm that the car will get a mild hybrid powertrain option along with the standard petrol and diesel. Paired to the 1.5-litre 143 horsepower turbo petrol engine, the 48-volt mild hybrid will give the MG Hector 12% more fuel economy and 20 Nm of additional torque at low speeds that will help counter turbo lag and also allow improved acceleration in start-stop city traffic. Additionally, the Hector hybrid will also feature regenerative braking. Moving on from that to some news about luxury cars and two-wheelers, let's start with the Porsche 911, the iconic sports car. Now, its 8th generation was showcased internationally last year, and now we know when the India launch is happening. Let's take a quick look at those details. The 8th generation 992 911 will be launched in India on April 11th and should be priced upwards of 1.5 crore rupees ex-showroom. The new 911 is larger than its predecessors and gets more powerful flat-6 turbocharged petrol engines. The 911 will also get updated interiors with a large touchscreen and will take on the likes of the Audi R8 and the Mercedes AMG GT range. And that's not the only new Porsche we will get in the near future. The newly unveiled Cayenne Coupe will also make it to India soon with a launch schedule in October 2019. The standard V6 engine will be available at the time of launch, with the turbo expected to make it to India in 2020. Now that's definitely something I am looking forward to driving. Now let's move on to more news from the luxury car segment, and BMW once again in the news for the second time this week after the 530i launch that we discussed earlier. The BMW X5 SUV will make its India debut on May the 16th. That's a date that's now been confirmed, and it'll have a diesel engine at launch and a petrol will follow suit. Let's have some more details on that new SUV. The new X5 will be the first new BMW in India that will get the new BMW design language with the new family look. New larger grills might be a bit of a love it or hate it design, but the X5 is packed to the gills with technology and is also larger than its predecessor. The X5 will take on the likes of the Audi Q7 and the upcoming Mercedes GLE. In more SUV news, Jaguar has announced that it will launch its flagship SUV, the J-Pace, which will of course be placed above the F-Pace SUV that you already get in India and internationally, and that will come to the global markets in 2021. But again, for more information on that, check out our website autocarindia.com. Kawasaki has announced a price hike on all its bikes in India. The company has said that the reason for the hike is the increasing cost of raw materials and fluctuations in foreign exchange rates. While bikes like the Ninja 400, the Ninja 650, Z650, the Vulcan S and the Versys 650 will get a 7% increase in ex-showroom price tags, the company's other models, barring the Ninja 300, will see an increase of 5%. And now for some rather cool and interesting news, Ola, which of course is an app-based taxi operator, has expanded its operations to Liverpool. But not just with cars, with these too. Ola will now offer users the chance to hail these rather brightly painted auto rickshaws, or popularly known internationally as tuk-tuks, for intra-city transport. The entry into Liverpool marked the ride-hailing service's entry into its 5th city since it began operations in the UK. Quite cool in our opinion. And finally, Ferrari has unveiled a brand new one-off car. Now it's been commissioned by an anonymous collector, and Ferrari isn't telling us how much it costs. It does cost a pretty penny, we're sure, and it's called the PITC. Now it pays homage to Ferrari race cars from the past, but we won't talk about it much. Let's have a quick look at the visuals and let's give you a few more details. Unlike one-off Ferraris of the past, the PITC is a track car and gets an aero-focused body. With a massive spoiler and diffuser at the rear, a massive front lip in the front, and of course oodles of carbon fiber, the PITC is based on the 488 GT3 race car and makes 670 horsepower. So that's all the top news we have for you this week. What do you think about all those new cars and bikes, and the cars and bikes that are of course coming in the near future? Leave a reply in those comment sections below, and we'll see you next week.